Do you struggle with small thinking? Because a lot of artists will kind of narrow themselves down and go, I can't do that, so I'm going to achieve this instead. I can't play the Greek, so I'm going to try to play the troubadour. I can't play the troubadour, so I'm going to try to play Hotel Cafe.
Yeah.
Do you struggle with that type of thinking?
Not really. I would say I think big, but sometimes I can't always get what I want right in the moment. But it's just about writing it down and then just leading up to it. Like, oh, maybe I'll play the troubadour and then, you know, we'll do a big festival. We're playing Phoenix Pride
That's
main
amazing.
stage,
Yeah.
which I'm so excited about. And so, yeah, just building upon those goals, I think really helps.
Wow, look at you. So you've already manifested things. Did you
I'm
manifest the
trying to.
troubadour?
I actually didn't.
You didn't?
That popped up out of nowhere, and I wasn't ready for that. And our good friends Royal She, they're also an amazing queer band duo, and they were like, "Hey, do you want to play the troubadour with us?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah. That's awesome.
So some things just pop up out of nowhere, and you're like, "What?" So it's really exciting and surprising when those things happen, but they don't always happen. And sometimes it's a goal and you've achieved it, or you've sent 50 million, your manager has sent 50 million emails and they finally respond. Yeah, it kind of just depends.
So what's something that you did manifest that came to fruition?
I've been manifesting playing main stage Pride for a while. And then, and recently we got asked to play Hermosa Pride, which was really exciting.
Oh my God.
And
yeah, that's exciting.
so we played Hermosa Pride. It was such a blast. Now we're playing the Phoenix Pride main stage.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, so
oh my God.
That's just one thing that I think we're really excited about as a band. And also meeting my bandmates has been insane. I've gone to just like a few different music events, and I'll just be talking to my friends and I'm like, oh, like I'm looking for a female bassist or like a female drummer, and then they pop up out of nowhere and they're like, we would love to be in your band. And
that's so cool.
Yeah, so it's just been really exciting meeting new people in the music industry, and everybody's so kind and loving. So
I love that you've come across that, because I often hear the opposite, especially
Me too.
in LA. So I love that you've surrounded yourself with good people in this industry.
You.
Yeah, that's awesome. Why is queer representation in music so important?
Yeah, I would say it's so important because it's still not the norm. I'm going to give you a quiz.
Give me a quiz.
name 15 queer artists.
Oh God, right now?
You don't have to do it, but just think in your head, like, could you or would you even be able to?
Oh my God, I'm stuck at 5 right now. Wait.
Yeah. See, it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
Because think about in mainstream music, there's not a lot of queer artists. It's crazy. Obviously, we have Chapel Roan.
Yeah.
We have Renee Rapp. We have other people, but it's still kind of not common.
Yeah.
And I think we're heading in the right direction, but there's still kind of barriers and mountains to hop over. And I think we're really getting there. I'm really excited that the music industry has been opening up to those amazing female queer artists, but there's still a long way to go.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think.
It's funny because I was just thinking about all these queer artists, and most of them are female. I only thought of one male, 2.
There's a Lil Nas.
Oh, yeah.
Lil Nas X.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about him. I was thinking Adam Lambert and Troye Sivan. Yeah, these male pop stars.
There's not
that
a lot.
many. I think it's just Troy.
Yeah.
Wow, that needs to change.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
And so, although like we're hearing it, it's still not very common, and I think we can grow. And I think that comes with record labels and independent artists who are popping off to just realize that, and hopefully record labels will sign more queer artists.
Yeah, for sure. And when you think about the big names in pop, or really any genre, not just pop, when you think about the big names, there are none. Just Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
It's like the biggest name. Because even
You're right.
Chapel Roan is probably not just as big as Billie Eilish, but is getting there. And then you have the smaller scale. I hate to call them smaller scale, but they're just like, let's just face it, they're not the
insane pop stars.
Yeah, they're not the insane pop stars, but we have Renee Rapp, we have Fletcher, Chelsea Cutler, Kehlani. That's another one. Love Kehlani. Oh my God. Love
I
her.
love her.
That's kind of it. But when you think about the giant pop star, the only one that comes to mind is Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the music industry is changing a lot. And I think we're starting to get there. But again, queer representation is so important because it's still not the norm and it's still not very common. You know, we want to bring amazing queer pop stars to, you know, the main stage.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What do you think sets you apart?
What do you think sets me apart? Oh, that's a really good question. I think it's hard because the music industry is so saturated right now.
Yeah.
There's so many amazing artists and so many insane voices. And obviously, even in influencing, like it's a huge saturation now. I think people fall in love with human beings. I think that's kind of what sets you apart is your personality. Yeah, they fall in love with the person, but they also fall in love with the music. And I think it's really about feelings. How does the music make you feel? And how can you move someone? And you think about Teddy Swims, you think about Billie Eilish, you think about all those stars. They know how to write lyrics, but they know how to move people, and they know how to make you feel a type of way. And I think what sets an artist apart is one, their personality, the way that they are. I think if they're able to make that shine through in their music, then that's what sets them apart.
Yeah, I think you're right. As you were talking, I was thinking about Renee Rapp.
Yeah.
She's so unhinged.
She's so unhinged. And a lot of people are like, ugh, Renee Rapp, because she says the most unhinged things.
Yeah, the most unhinged shit I've ever heard. But
she was on a podcast recently, and I was sitting there and I was like, what? What did she just say?
I love her. But something I've come to realize, I really enjoy outspoken people and blunt people.
Yeah.
I'm not like that. I'm trying to be. That's not true. I would say I'm a little more outspoken, but blunt, I'm definitely not a blunt person by any means. And I'm not unhinged.
Yeah.
But I really love people who are. My two best friends are very unhinged. Sorry, four best friends are very unhinged.
My 4 best friends are unhinged. I love that. They're going to see this and they're going to be like, what?
Oh, no, I will call you out by name. Y'all are all unhinged.
But that's what makes it so fun is it's fun to watch people be unhinged. It really is. And I think people fall in love with that type of personality a lot.
Yeah.
Especially in the music industry and even...
Well, it's kind of refreshing because it's so real. It's authentic. They're not putting on a mask.
And Renee Rapp puts that in her music. She puts that unhinged era into her music, and it really pops off because of that.
Yeah, for sure. I think the thing that sets you apart, you're so kind and sweet and genuine.
Oh,
it's true.
That's so sweet.
It's true. You're like this bright ray of sunshine. I'm just being sentimental at this point. But I think people could really fall in love with that, especially in interviews where you're actually showcasing your personality. It comes through in your music. It really does. It's so sweet. It just, I don't know, your music makes me feel seen because I'm like, oh, you're just so kind. So kind.
That's so nice of you to say. That
comes
means a
through.
lot.
Yeah, it does come through.
I'm so glad that it does. And I think I'm getting better at making it come through. I think it's hard being an artist and putting yourself out there. And I think over the years it gets easier and it gets better, but it does take time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. By the way, that song that I referenced a couple of weeks ago, it's called 2 a.m. But the lyric is, "These words are my diary screaming out loud," which any artist can relate to that. I'm not a songwriter, and that still made me feel something. Oh, wow, this must be how all artists think and how all songwriters think.
Yeah.
These words are my diary screaming out loud.
Yeah, I really like that. That's kind of what it feels like, and that's sometimes why I put out music and I just want to like put my head under a pillow and like be like,
yeah.
Like it's really scary, and I do have a fear of like putting things out, and then everybody that I know and care about gets to listen to my diary, and it's like, hey.
Oh yeah. I find I'm definitely not an artist by any means. I'm not a songwriter. That's not how my brain works. So I really admire songwriters for that reason. But even sometimes when I put out a video, I could be saying the least controversial thing, but it's something that means something to me. And I'm like, oh God, I don't care what strangers think. I care what my friends and my family think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sometimes I'll put stuff out and I'm like, I hope strangers see this and I hope no one else sees this.
Yeah. Nobody else needs to see this.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. It's the hang up. The reason I didn't post for so long, I was afraid of being seen, first of all. The reason I didn't for so long was because I was so worried about what my family and my friends would think.
Yeah.
And eventually I posted on TikTok. It was basically a burner account. I had started from 0.
No way.
And I was like, well, nobody follows me on this, so I'm just going to post and post until I feel more comfortable, or we'll see what happens. And then once the video started performing well on TikTok, I was like, okay, let's go to Instagram now. And the first time I posted, I was like, oh my God.
Wait.
Yeah, because I was so afraid my entire family follows me on there.
That's so crazy because I think about things like that and I'm like, Julia is here talking about, you know, all of her deepest, darkest secrets on TikTok and Instagram, and I can't do it. And so it's funny hearing you say that because I think people know when things are authentic. And I think making authentic content is just going to help you succeed. But it is really hard to do it. And it takes time to like open up and be like, okay, I can finally do it. But yeah, I would agree with you.
Yeah.
But it's I still have that fear.
Oh my God, yeah. Almost every time I post. I'm sitting on a post right now because I'm too afraid to post it on Instagram.
Do it. Do it.
I told the story about running into my ex. I'll just tell it again right now because it's so great. But the other day I was driving home from downtown LA. I'm never in downtown. Really, it's not my favorite neighborhood, so I'm never in downtown. But I was driving home from downtown and she was driving to a photo shoot, I believe. She told me that she took multiple wrong turns, so she wasn't supposed to be on this drive. I'm about to pull up at my house and I look over and she's driving right next to me. Honestly, she had been on my mind a lot lately because there were so many changes that were occurring in my life. I wanted to know about her life. I know she had just taken the bar exam and we were no contact. No contact. So when I saw her, I was like, oh my God, holy shit. This is insane. Just very cosmic. And then I was like, pull over. So we pulled over and we ended up talking for half an hour in the middle of the street, which is hilarious. Very emotional, very sweet conversation. But yeah, just cosmic. It's funny how things work. I mean, neither of us were supposed to be on that road, technically.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
I believe in things like that.
Oh, totally. I don't think I told her this, but I thought about it the other day when I was talking to my friends. My friend, we got suits that day, so we had to go to a tailor and pick them up. And my friend thought that they forgot their belt up there. So we had to turn around and go get the belt. It wasn't there. It was in the car the whole time. But
wow. Wow.
But I shouldn't have been there at that time is what I'm saying.
Yeah, sometimes fate will do that. It'll put you in specific spots at specific times.
Oh, divine intervention.
Yeah.
Such a thing. But anyway, the point is I'm sitting on that video because she follows me and then all of her friends and family follow me too. I'm like, oh God, is this something that she's going to want out there? But I mean, now it's out there, so it is what it is.
It's out there for the world.
Yeah, but I got into my head about that yesterday and I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't post this on Instagram. So I still struggle with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess that makes me feel a little bit better because I was like, I'm out here thinking Juliet's so like brave and she just, you know, doesn't give a fuck and does it. And it's nice to hear that, you know, you're just, you are scared, but you do it anyway.
Oh yeah. It's just it's a muscle. Sometimes I really cringe when I'm hitting the post button. Like,
yeah,
oh God.
I do too. I'm like,
yeah. But you just gotta close your eyes and do it.
Yeah, close your eyes, hit the post button.
Because I think my goals, they matter more than my self-doubt.
I really like that.
Yeah.
My goals matter more than my self-doubt.
They do. That's the thing that makes me push that button. Like, okay, I care more about building this audience and I care more about telling my authentic story because somebody out there might resonate with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody out there might. And I can shed new light on topics. I don't know. But that matters more to me than my own sense of self-doubt. So I'm constantly kicking myself out of the way, out of my own way.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a really powerful quote, I think. And I think a lot of people could resonate with that too. I do. I'm going to take that quote and write it on my mirror.
Yes, write it down.
I'm writing that on my mirror.
Yes.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. Basically, long story short, don't be scared. That's great. I'm happy that resonated with you. This is such a shift in topic, but I am interested to see what you think here.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know many lesbian artists are currently in relationships with men, which has definitely sparked a lot of conversation within our community.
Yeah.
So what's your perspective on that?
I know it's so crazy thinking about Fletcher and Jojo Siwa and just what's happened in the past few months. But I think they deserve to be happy no matter what.
Yeah.
And being queer does mean that you have to find yourself and follow your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's totally valid. But I do think that when you're kind of on that pedestal, that you might have to deal with it in a different way than normal.
Yeah.
Like, I think specifically, like, in Fletcher's situation, obviously, I think she can love whoever she wants.
Of course.
I think, her music is amazing. She's a great artist. I do think that her PR team could have handled the situation a lot better.
Agree. Yeah.
Like, just the way that it looked, and I know that that's not what they meant to do. And I truly think that she meant no harm in that. But the way that the PR team handled it is in, deleting all of her past Instagram stuff, basically changed her into this new, more wholesome, natural self.
Life. Yeah.
Kind of painted this picture. Why can I not say that? I'm crying. Just painting a picture that queerism and lesbianism.
I hate when this happens. I'm sorry.
You're totally fine.
I hate when this happens. I'm sorry, I have to get this out, but
get it out.
Have you seen all of the L Word? I assume.
No.
You haven't seen the L Word? Dude. Okay, so there's this scene in season 6 of the L Word, and Beck gets a text. She's in a work meeting. She gets a text and she can't stop laughing. And that scene speaks to my soul. Because that's me. I'm like, oh no, once it starts, I can't stop.
Once the laughs start, you can't stop them. Oh my God.
I also personally think mispronouncing words is the funniest thing ever. So
do I.
So my sister and I do this all the time. We're like, oh, what'd you say? What'd you say? Oh God. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna shake it off. You were talking about Fletcher's PR team.
Yes. Yeah, I was gonna say just the way that they painted the picture of lesbianism and queerism is a more crazy, out there. Yeah, they just kind of painted her to be crazy and unhinged.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as she, started dating that guy, they deleted her Instagram videos and everything, and they put up basically a more natural, she's saying that she feels more like her.
Yeah.
And I know that that's not what they intended to do, and I truly don't think she intended to do that at all. But that's how it came off to everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I understood both sides of the argument when all of this was coming to play. What was it, a couple months ago?
Yeah.
I also know that the timing wasn't great. I think I touched on this before, but I think especially as queer people, I've done this. We get too attached to a celebrity's persona, to a specific aspect of their identity, because we are so limited.
Yeah.
We don't have that much representation. So when somebody gives us representation, I think we attach too much of ourselves to that person, probably in an unhealthy way. I understand why people do that, but I mean, like I said, I did it. But that person is still their own independent individual who deserves to be happy.
Exactly.
That's what I think in regards to this whole situation. She has every right. Both of them have every right to be with whoever makes them happy. And that's what we should want for anybody. I do think the PR was not great. I will say I've been following Fletcher for a while now, And she deletes her music or all of her posts every time she releases a new album.
That's true. And that's what they were saying, too.
Yeah, she does do that. She did that with Girl of My Dreams. She did that with The Antidote, or In Search of the Antidote. I think that's the full album name. So she did that before. However, I don't think that's fully necessary. A lot of artists do that. G-Flip just did that. Deleted all of their posts for this new album release. But I think it did paint the wrong sort of picture, and I worry if she will ever be able to come back from this.
I worry about that too.
Yeah, and her streams are so low.
They're low, and I think she's lost some of her fan base.
Yeah, I think so.
And that's sad. I don't think she deserved to lose that much of her fan base. Like, I really don't. I think she makes amazing music.
She does.
She's a great representation of a queer artist, but I think just the way that they handled that situation really threw people off. I don't think people deserve to be as thrown away. Thrown away.
Thrown off? Is that what you were trying to say? Thrown off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think people deserved to be as angry as they were.
Oh, yeah.
But
it comes from that identity thing that I just touched on.
Yeah.
At least I think.
But their feelings are valid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Fletcher did anything wrong, but I think it's just an unfortunate situation. I hope that she comes back from it.
Yeah, I
don't know
so
if
too.
she will.
I worry about whether or not she'll be able to come back from this because she didn't deserve to lose that much of her fan base.
No, I don't think so either.
And a lot of people are saying, oh, she misled the queer community. Well, first of all, she never identified as a lesbian.
Exactly.
And you can hear boy pronouns in some of her songs, but, filtered hearing, selective hearing.
Selective hearing, exactly.
So I think that's unfortunate. I do understand this mixed messaging of the image itself, but that sapphic, chaotic figure was relevant and authentic to her at the time. She was writing about being a chaotic person.
Yeah.
She left her relationship because she wasn't ready to be in a stable long-term relationship. And that's kind of chaotic in and of itself. So her music is authentic to her experience in both scenarios.
Exactly.
Which is kind of the thing that I think people should reframe the situation as.
Mm-hmm.
What challenges have you personally faced within the industry or witnessed other queer artists facing?
Yeah, I would say it's still not common to be a queer artist. And there's definitely challenges. I think one challenge is some people in some organizations are still not willing to work with you. And that's completely fine. I've had a lot of friends tell me a lot of different stories about it. At the end of the day, like, I don't want to work with anyone that doesn't support me. And I want to be in front of the right audience and with the right people. I truly think that, like, if you have a team that's kind and loving and understands you and accepts you, then you can go far.
Yeah.
But I think the music industry is kind of still old in that sense, in where some people are not willing to work with queer artists.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I've had a lot of stories. A lot of friends have told me a lot of different things. I've experienced some things as well, but it's just kind of the nature of the business is that no matter what you're doing, you're going to get hate or people aren't going to like the way that you represent yourself. And it's just about keep going and making sure that you are putting yourself in the right situations with the right people.
That's so interesting because you would think the GP is catching on to queer music and accepting us. So you would think that the industry would follow along, but it's interesting to hear that they kind of haven't.
I think it really depends. I think some record labels have, and they're smart and they're thinking about there's a lot of queer people in the world that want queer representation in music and signing artists, and then there's others that won't do it. Yeah.
In
so
2025?
Damn. I think it really just depends on who you're dealing with and making sure that you're in front of the right people. As long as you're putting yourself in the right situations with the right people, you'll have success. But we're at this day and age where no matter what you're doing, there's still going to be hate and people that don't agree with what you're doing.
Yeah, that makes sense. But it sounds like you have a lot of integrity, and it's good that you don't want to work with people who don't want to work with you.
Yeah. Why would I? Why would I want to work with someone that doesn't accept me or
of course
doesn't agree with my lifestyle or my friend's lifestyle, you know? So yeah, I would say the music industry is getting there.
Yeah.
But again, like with everything, it's a growth. It's it's growing.
Yeah, it's a process.
It's a process. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Well, anyway, we have to wrap up, unfortunately.
That's okay. Oh my gosh.
But thank you so, because I could talk to you forever.
I know. I could literally talk to you for years.
Yeah. You know what? We'll get back in here. We'll do a part 2. Yes.
Yay.
Right, thank you so much for coming again.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's so amazing to be with a professional yapper here.
Oh, yeah. You
and
know, professional yapper.
I also love yapping. So
yes.
We'll be back.
Go
we'll
stream her music,
more.
Guys. It's Boz on Spotify and Apple Music.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yozi.
Yeah.
Meet me in LA. That's my song.
Yes. Love.